Thank you, gentlemen. Here. The meat is on me tonight. That should buy you 100 or so rounds. Enjoy your night, gentlemen. We finally meet, Oracle. I do not like that they brought you to me in chains. Those chains were blessed by my own magic to weaken my enemies and stop any attempt of escape, be it physical or otherwise. I have never been a believer in caging one's magic, and I did it quite reluctantly, I assure you. I swear, no metal will cage you again. Now adorn you in the finest metals and jewels this world has to offer. That is another story, isn't it? The magic of those chains will wear off in an hour. While we wait, please take a seat. I had the servants make a decent meal. I am sure that you are hungry, so we must replenish your strength. Come closer, and please sit with me. Here you have silver rose wine, your favorite if my research is correct. You must have 1,000 questions swimming around in your beautiful skull. Please feel free to ask as many as you want. Eat, drink, and worry no longer. You are safe with me. You wish to know what is happening? Why haven't you been killed? Why you are not still in chains? This all must seem so strange. Usually, the protocol for taking over a kingdom, or in our case, destroying a kingdom down to its cobblestones, is to kill any and all that pose a threat to the king, and to kill anyone with any kind of power that could be used against him. My king was very impressed by my skills and magic, so much that he promised me anything I wanted. And you know what I asked for? You, my darling Oracle. I asked him to give you to me, as my assistant and partner. He agreed gladly, seeing no harm in it. And here we are. My king hated your king with a deep-rooted passion. I would say his desire to kill your king was greater than the love he had for his own queen, and even his children. So blinded by hate for the man, he never stopped and wondered why I would want you. The obvious answer would be to have an assistant, one that would know the ingredients I use, a fellow magic user, a companion after so many nights alone. In the king's defense, he did try to pawn one of his daughters off onto me, as if I would be tempted by such a lowly stock. I always politely declined, insisting that I wasn't worthy, and turned his attention to marrying them off to rich and powerful nobles, men that would benefit the kingdom and the king's army. No, only you would do. My king didn't think about why I wanted you too hard. A beautiful oracle matched with a powerful Bloodmage. What better match is there? Do you think he suspected that I was watching you? Through my magic mirror, my soul recognized yours. I did readings to be sure. I was spellbound. I almost thought you cast an enchantment on me. But the way I feel is no spell. This is the real deal. I watched you beg your king to be wary. You tried so hard to save him and his kingdom. But he grew panicked and distrustful of others. And in the end, he even cast you, his most loyal servant, out of his council. And that was his biggest mistake. The second they threw you in their filthy cells below the castle, they sealed their fate. I drowned them all in blood, and very few survived, including yourself. But yes, I watched you. Day and night I kept up with your life. Do not worry, my oracle. I am a gentleman. I cast my gaze away when you disrobed. When I lay my gaze on your bare form, it will be when you want it. Anyway, like I was saying, I watched when all his generals and captains got their reward. As you could expect, they asked for gold, land, castles. But you? When it was your turn to be rewarded for all your hard work, you did not ask for these material things. I still remember that moment in my head. I rewatch it many times. You asked for nothing for yourself. You didn't need gold or riches. You asked but for one thing. You wanted to be able to locate your soulmate. Locate me. You couldn't do that inside the castle. Your king loves to benefit from magic, but hates the users of said magic. The castle was blessed to shield any kind of magic that the king didn't agree with. And what did he say to your perfectly reasonable request? He said no. He couldn't risk you finding your soulmate in the enemy's kingdom, of you working for the enemy instead. How many times have they denied your requests? You fought tooth and nail to try and have magic users accepted, and not spit upon. From kings to peasants, non-magic users fear what they don't understand and what they can't control. Well, let me tell you something. They will never control us. Not anymore, my sweet oracle. So, how do you like your meal? Good. I had to guess on the food you like. They had you on a very minimal meal plan. But I am overjoyed to see you enjoy the wine and spiced fruits. I wish I could have gotten to you sooner, but I just couldn't risk you getting hurt in the fallout. Huh? Ah, yes. I was explaining about the king not knowing why I wanted you. Because the second I have you, my dear, I no longer need him. I had a vision telling me to stay by the king's side until something I desired most appeared. And there you were. My king asked me to spy on the enemy kingdom through my mirror. And there I saw you. My heart skipped a beat. How do I know we would make such a good match? If my powers telling me so isn't enough, so be it. Even our godly patrons are close. The blood god and the cosmic goddess. The most unlikely of pairings fell in love with one another. They wrote the book of the arcane together and bestowed their magical blessings upon the world. Please, my oracle, indulge me. Come to me. Relax into my arms. You are safe with me. The stars blessed me when they chose you for me. My oracle is as beautiful as can be, and I can sense that you don't find me distasteful at all. Ah, my oracle can blush so sweetly. I apologize for my forwardness. I may know you, but you don't know me. But you must know, don't you? You must be able to sense your soulmate is holding you. But even with that information, you must still find this all so overwhelming. Fear not, my oracle. I will treat you with the utmost of respect and patience. But maybe, if you would consent, maybe just a little kiss, it would give you more proof. And show you that what I'm saying is true. Fear nothing, my oracle. Nothing can harm you now. I swear by the old gods and the new. I have you safely in my arms, and the king has no further use. I think Blood King suits me so much better. Don't you agree, my sweet oracle?